Long before he led the Reebok turnaround. Long before he turned around Dollar General. And yes, long before David Perdue would run some of America's largest companies, he just helped his family grow watermelons in Middle Georgia. Not a bad way to grow up.
We'd work in the fields all day, and my Uncle Irvin, Sonny's dad, would sneak us away to the White Diamond for a Coke.
We grew up here in Middle Georgia. We had an integral family here. He grew up modestly like we all did here. My dad farmed, his dad went in education. We were working side by side with everyone there, you know, packing watermelons, picking watermelons, toting watermelons, and it was really a great life. He got the real deal stuff here, the morals, the values, the work ethic, and I think that's really what's made him successful today.
I met David in elementary school. We've been married for 42 years. David was a consultant when we first got married, but David learned working for those companies how to turn things around, how to get things done, and how to be successful.
This is the house that I really grew up in. My mom and dad were school teachers. My dad was school superintendent of Houston County. You learned in that household, or you didn't get to do anything else.
So, David and Bonnie set out for the world and added 2 sons along the way. David's consulting firm made him stay and implement any changes he recommended. A great lesson in getting things done, not just talking a problem to death. For Sarah Lee, David led their expansion into Asia, living in Hong Kong for 2 years.
It sure was in Georgia.
In the 80s, Reebok was the athletic leader in the world. Then Nike ascended to the throne. After I got to Reebok, we signed the first ever exclusive deals with the NFL, NBA, and NHL, keeping Nike out of those leagues for 10 years. Now that made a huge difference in our turnaround.
Dollar General brought David in as their first non-family CEO. The SEC was investigating the company before David's arrival. Times were tough. He fast-tracked change, and 4 years later, the company had added 2,500 stores and 20,000 jobs. A better future for families. Dollar General is now back fulfilling its mission of helping families get from payday to payday.
Remember the White Diamond when I was a kid? Well, now there's a shiny new Dollar General store right across the street. I like that. It's hard to believe that my opponents have been in office for 63 years. I've spent my life learning how to deal with large, complex situations like I found at Reebok and Dollar General. If these politicians knew how to make a difference, wouldn't they have done it already? I've never run for office, but I have over 40 years of experience in the real world. I understand the global free market system, how to generate economic growth, which creates quality jobs. They don't, because they haven't spent the last 40 years competing in the global economy. Real change sometimes takes an outside perspective, just like it did at Reebok and Dollar General. Fresh eyes, determination, and a bucket full of common sense with the right experience. That's what I'll bring to the U.S. Senate. When Harry Reid's staff can be exempted from Obamacare, we need an outsider to change that. When our debt becomes so great that it becomes the largest threat to our national security, we need an outsider to change that. If we can put the world on my iPhone, why can't we balance our budget? If we can send a man to the moon in less than 10 years, why can't we eliminate our debt? And if we can bring down the Soviet Union by the strength of our economy and the power of our ideas, why can't we get America working again? The decision in this election is very simple. If you like the results coming out of Washington right now, then pick one of these 4 professional politicians. It really won't matter, because you know nothing will change. But if you're as outraged as I am by the size and scope of our government, by the amount of money they take from our pockets, and by the inexcusable, childish behavior exhibited in Washington right now, then I hope you'll give this outsider from Georgia a chance. Fixing big problems like this is what I've done all my life. It's what I do. Help me change the childish behavior up there. If we want different results in Washington, we have to send a different type of person to Washington. I'm David Perdue, and I approve this message.